The Cape Flats has seen a dramatic population increase over the past 10 years. With the demand for formal housing seemingly insurmountable, we continue to see a large sector of the population living in informal settlements. Walking around Philippi, one cannot miss the web of wires that forms part of the illegal connections network. With nearly every shack haphazardly connected to the grid, one can only wonder how this affects service delivery, or perhaps how the challenges of delivery affect the quality of life of the people of Philippi.
Like umbani yabona umuntu uthatha intake intambo ne like usuka apha mina 200 meters le usuka apha uyapha yabo lena ayithengayo yabo then ke nabadlulayo like abanye bathenga uma 300 uma 500 meters yabo to bheka ngapha uma 800 meters yabo umuntu ethenge nantambo because akana bhokisi ufuna utsala umbani ufuna ulight umbani ngani ufuna ulight yabo. That's why I was taking down the sensors. So again, I'm sizenzayo, risky sizithathayo ngoba nezintambo sezicashwe nje isithubeni. Yabo, xa bazi ngasesisisi. Xa ke sibe singazuthini sifuna ulight. Yabo, xa ke sami sizigogodela. Ohlobo sazi ngalo senza umakhenikhi. Kodwa sisebenzi ngambani. Xa siyazama nje. Kuba sifuna lento siyifunayo.
Sibolelwa inyama yethu ayikwazi uba ithengwe iphele, sikwazi uba ihlale kubandeni ngoba lokho asinazi fridge, umbane awukho. And futhi indawo yesibini asikwazi uba abantwana bethu babukele iTV ngoba lokho akho umbane. Nokulayita sihlale ebumnyameni asikwazi ulayita kufanele sithenga amakhandlela angalatshisa izindlu zethu kamatyotyombe wethu esitshanje ngalamakhandlela. Yiyo lento ibanga into ba sibe siyawumela umbane siyawufuna.
Illegal connections are not the only cause of slow delivery of services. The culture of non-payment and tampering with prepaid meters further frustrates and delays the rollout of essential electrical services. The fact is, the system depends on monies received to both maintain and expand the infrastructure.
My name is Bonga Kopelelo. I'm a customer service manager for PN Energy, which is a company that's providing all the electrical support for Khayelitsha. We have got a database of plus minus 60,000 people who are actively on our system. At the end of the day, we've got proclaimed and unproclaimed areas in Khayelitsha where you find that people tend to occupy unproclaimed areas which can never be electrified. It could be the areas that are lying underneath the heavy voltage lines. It can be road reservoirs or rail reservoirs that people are building in, or areas which are built below the flat line, which will mean obviously those are damp areas which will make it impossible for us to electrify. Now the tendency is such that those people tend to get supply from the areas which have been electrified already, and that becomes a breaking bone, because at the end of the day it's where you get all the spider webs, people doing all the illegal connections, supplying themselves from the illegally connected people to the illegal ones. We supply one house and the one house will supply more than 5 people and so on. At the end of the day, it creates much stress for us as the company, because it means we will be faced with problems of overloading where we've got to add more transformers in order to cope with the voltages. And all these are the problems that we are faced with as a community.
What we have here is a prepayment metering system. South Africa is recognized as the world leader in this field. Prepayment meters have the advantages over conventional meters, as people actually have to buy their electricity in advance in order to make the system work. The system is beneficial to the lower income groups, as people can buy electricity as and where they require it. Another advantage of this system, meter readers aren't required, so they can be utilized elsewhere, such as checking illegal connections and checking safe connections. The one drawback with this system is that the active switching part in the meter is still within the dwelling, so it still can be tampered with.
We've got a lot of illegal connections, vandalism, bypassing of prepaid for those who are actually using prepaid, and non-payment for those who are actually still using the credit meters. However, being faced with these issues, we understand where we come from and we need to deal with them. For this reason, we try to protect our infrastructure to make sure that we don't spend a lot of money maintaining the the vandalism and the issue of replacing the meters and all this kind of a thing, which cost us a lot of money for maintenance purposes. And we come with a lot of innovative ways to make sure that this don't continue as it's going right now. And for example, innovative ways means coming with an issue of using polyethylene electrical enclosure where the circuit breakers are inside and are locked away, and also the split meters to make sure that customer don't have access to those except the municipal employee or official. And even we use split meters to make sure that the bypass don't have it. And for this, we are also recovering whatever we put in. We've already seen the indication that sustainability will be maintained if we go through this.
Prepaid split meters are one of the new ways of ensuring that residents still receive their free electricity while creating a more robust and sustainable system in which they pay for additional electricity usage.
We have found that the authorities are moving towards split meters. For instance, the City of Cape Town uses the Conlog BEC 44 split meter, where the active part is installed in a polyethylene pole-top box or polyethylene kiosk outside the dwelling. Only the keypad is installed within the dwelling. This ensures that tampering does not occur and that services are paid for.
Live wires from illegal electricity connections are a clear and present danger to the community. But usually overlooked are broken or weakened enclosures that compromise and lead to the rapid deterioration of the electrical components therein. One company taking the initiative in working towards innovative solutions is Greenbro CC, currently the only manufacturers of polyethylene electrical enclosures in Africa.
We chose polyethylene as a material to work in because there had been no innovation in this particular industry for the last 25 years. Polyethylene is an excellent insulator. The impact strength is extremely good. And there's a very bad transfer of heat, keeping your components inside the kiosk cool. An important feature of the polyethylene we produce is it is UV stabilized and has been tested up to 25 years, for which we give a guarantee. The material itself is chemically resistant and corrosion resistant. So for areas where steel or 3CR12 is a problem, this is an excellent alternative. The material, when molded, has a molecular memory in that if it is malformed for any reason, being struck by a car, the material will come back to its original shape as it retains a memory when molding. We designed a hinging mechanism which consists of a stainless steel rod throughout the length of the kiosk, which, as can be seen, is very, very strong.
We have developed a patented stainless steel locking device replacing the padlock, which can only be opened with our unique key.
This is Asanda Village, where the innovation, where we actually include the human element, which is actually communities, companies, and the City of Cape Town, which actually lead to teamwork, where we actually engage them so that they can feel that they become the owner of the infrastructure to make sure that we stop all these illegal connection and vandalism. And for this reason, we encourage that teamwork together with community, companies, and the City of Cape Town. Collectively, they can actually make sure to become a solution to the sustainability of the infrastructure.
These innovative products being currently introduced by the City of Cape Town are the latest in the drive to ensure the long-term sustainability of the electricity rollout program. They are already proving to be the ideal way of ensuring that money spent on electrification will truly lead to a safer and better quality of life for the communities in which they are installed.